You are watching Radio Rakim's Artist Access.
Access granted.
Welcome back to another episode of the Artist Access. I am your host, Siraj Rich God. I'm Puwakanat Hotep, and we are back with another great show. We got some dope artists in the building today. My first guest of the evening is a brother I just met recently on the poetry scene who goes by the name of Robb the God. What's happening, King? How you doing?
How you doing, King?
Yeah. Glad you could be here, man.
I'm blessed to be here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nah, like I just said, I just met you recently. I saw you at a Bars Fest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you did some music too that night, right?
Oh yeah. It was actually a poem, but he was like, let's do it with an instrumental.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Well, another poet actually brought that to us. Like he was like, a lot of your stuff can be like on the instrumental. And it was like, all right, you trying to do that? I was like, I mean, you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah, and it ended up working like that. Yeah.
Okay. So when I saw it, I'm thinking that you kind of had a little history in doing music or something.
I actually do, but that wasn't meant to be like a rap thing. It was just like they just brought the instrumental,
Right,
like
right.
you trying to do it with the instrumental. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, it'll make sense. But
So you straight poet.
as of right now, I've been working on more poems, like
Mm-hmm.
working on stuff without a beat. But
Right,
like before, all I used to do was work on the beat. I thought I was gonna be the number one rapper in the world,
Yeah,
for real.
yeah.
But I think I like my cadence. Besides the beat, or just my cadence alone,
Right.
is something I'm working on by myself right now.
Oh,
so I
yeah.
don't think I'm too focused on the beat. It's just me and that pen.
Hey, you talking like me now? Because I was doing music first before I was doing poetry, right?
Mhm.
And so I used to write. I still write to a beat,
Mhm.
but I found out when I write without a beat,
Mhm.
I feel more free. I feel free. But I having to try to fit my words inside
Yeah.
the rhythm of the beat.
The windows, you gotta
Yeah,
catch the window,
yeah.
the rhyme windows. Yeah,
Right.
it's a whole different.
But I still like writing to a beat too, cause like the beat kind of add a little more, give you a little inspiration and whatnot, a little feeling to what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah. So look, man, take us back to the beginning of your journey as a poet. Like when did it all start for you?
As a performer poet.
Just writing poetry.
Oh, writing poetry?
Mhm.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I've been writing since I was like 16, probably 15. First it started with me, like, you remember those like car freestyles that people used to do back in like 2016, 2017?
Yeah.
I used to like mimic them like,
Okay.
like for the longest, like like 2C, shout out 2C. I don't know if you ever
Yeah.
go see this, but if you do, hey, you was my number one inspiration, boy. No,
Right,
for real. But yeah, I was just like going after them, trying to mimic Eminem, mimic Kendrick, mimic J. Cole, and then naturally I just was like, man, let me try it myself. So I just started writing, and stuff just came together. I started getting a little better,
Right.
and better, and eventually, when I came to poetry, which was like 2 years ago,
Okay.
I was just rapping at first, and then I seen the difference. I seen the difference in how like people performed and from how other people rapped on a beat. So I was like, oh, this interesting too. So I just started going into that lane, and my writing evolved ever since. So it's still evolving right now.
Oh yeah, they're gonna keep
Yeah.
on doing that.
Yeah.
Right.
Still learning.
So are you from Texas, H-Town?
Yes, sir. Born and
Born and
raised.
raised?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I don't hear that. You don't sound like it. Though. You sound like you from New York or something. I don't know why.
Yeah.
And I remember at the show you was on the Wu-Tang thing. You was like, y'all like Wu-Tang out there in the crowd?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, nah, for real.
Yeah.
I love it, man. I don't know. I think it's because I was one of those kids that just like used to soak up everything. So
Yeah.
anybody that came from any other state, I just listen. And then
Yeah.
I guess I just naturally had an accent or I don't even know. But I'm born and raised Houston, Texas. But people
Okay.
keep saying I sound like an out-of-stater.
yeah, you do. I'm telling you.
Yeah, blessings.
That's
All
what's up,
good.
man. Yeah.
It's all good, man.
So how long you been performing poetry?
So I want to say 2 years. I don't really know the anniversary date.
Mm-hmm.
I remember shout out Black Snow. I remember that was the first that was the first ever stage I ever hit.
Mm-hmm.
And ever since then, like, some just kept telling me keep going, and I met
Yeah.
more people and met more
Yeah.
people, and then so I just been performing ever since. So I want to say like either a year and a half or 2 years.
That's what's up, man.
Blessings.
You said something, tell them that's that divine self be talking.
Yeah.
You hear me? Yeah.
Blessings, for real,
Yeah,
for real.
yeah,
You
yeah,
mind if
yeah.
I know this that you interviewed me, but you mind if
Now,
I
go
ask you
ahead,
a
go
question?
ahead,
You
go
born
ahead.
and raised in Houston too?
I'm from New Orleans.
New Orleans?
Right.
Okay, I can hear it though.
Okay.
I can hear it. Yeah. How long you performing?
Excuse me.
No, you good.
Performing what? Poetry?
Yeah, poetry.
I've been performing poetry. Like I said, I started out doing music first,
Mm,
but I did do poetry back at home, like in 2004.
mm,
I did a couple spots in New Orleans, and at the time, I didn't know a lot of the poetry spots,
mm.
but I ran into like one spot that did open mic every now and then, and I would always do poetry at my family functions and whatnot.
Okay.
But when I moved out here in 2017, as soon as I got out here, I had on my mind to jump into the poetry scene out here.
Okay,
So
that's good.
I googled the poetry scene on Facebook, and so much stuff came back, and I was like, wow, it's like a big old poetry scene out here, right? I did a couple open mics. I did like open mic at Alley Cat. I did open mic somewhere else, and then like I hooked up with a guy named Mr. Reverse It,
Mm.
and he put me in my first actual showcase, and I started rocking out with him like every other month. We were doing the show. And I kind of just been getting busy ever since I've been out here on the poetry scene, right?
Yeah, so you getting active now. I be seeing
Right.
you at 1, 2, and
Right.
everything, man.
But I still do
That's
music too. Like when I first came out here, I would do both. I would do like maybe one poetry piece,
dope. Mhm.
and then I would do maybe something over a beat. And so I've been doing more poetry lately, but I'm getting back into my music bag. You feel me?
We need it. We need it.
Yeah,
Hip hop
yeah,
need
yeah,
it, man. For real. We
Mhm.
losing. Hip hop is a dying sport right now. So we need more poets on a beat for real.
But I love the poetry. Like what I love about poetry, I love the intimacy of poetry, right?
Mhm.
Because I always wrote with substance. I always wrote with something like I'm trying to get a message across. You know, feel me? So, and I know with poetry, like you got the audience undivided attention without the distraction of no music or nothing else. And I
That's a
love
fact.
that about poetry. You feel me?
They gotta hear you. So you and your words, man.
Yeah.
For real.
I'm gonna somebody to ask you a question. That's what's up there. Look. Ask me a question. Like this is an organic conversation. So
Yeah,
feel free to
naturally,
ask
naturally.
me anything. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you do a lot of shows out here?
So as of recently, I have been more active. So I only performed out of state twice,
Mhm.
right? Shout out one poetry. I did one at New Orleans
Yo,
not too
okay,
long ago.
okay.
Yeah, that was dope.
I'm trying to
That
go
was
out there
dope.
with them. They supposed to be going out there like in
On
a
the
couple of
14th.
months on the 14th.
Yeah, they got one on 14 too. That's I'm working on my love pieces now, so
Yeah.
I might have a little something. But yes, I've been mainly performing on 8 stages. I've been on Poetry Lounge a little bit less recently, but I started off with Poetry Lounge though.
Okay.
I really gained my legs at Poetry Lounge.
Yeah.
So yeah, them been my main ones. Plan on being in more poetry slams.
Okay.
Definitely more of a competitive
Yeah.
poet. I love open mics. Don't get me wrong. That's
Right,
you
right.
know what I mean. You got to start off somewhere, but I love competing for some reason. I don't know.
Okay.
It's just in my nature.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it's mainly in Houston right now. I do plan on branching out very soon.
Yeah.
Very soon.
So that bar fest, was that your first time doing the bar fest?
Yeah, first time
Okay.
ever doing it. It was fun
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
It definitely brought somebody
You
to
look
eat.
pretty comfortable up there.
Listen.
Like you've been doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Working on it, man. Definitely working on it.
So how did y'all? Who put together that battle between you and Anno? Did y'all come together and say y'all want to do it, or some other people kind of put y'all together?
So Anno called me out on he was looking
You
for
see, he
somebody. Yeah,
called-
he was looking for somebody, and then he called my name out, and I was been waiting to get on the Bars Fest. Like I ain't gonna lie, that Bars Fest really made me fall in love
Yeah.
with poetry because
Yeah.
like I said, open mic's cool and slams was really getting me there. But
Mhm.
that Bars Fest, that head to
Right,
head was
right.
it was like battle rapping
Right.
and mixed with the
Right,
poetry. I never
right.
seen nothing like that before, so
Yeah.
I been was trying to get on it. And I was waiting on somebody to say something. I was waiting on somebody to have an opening. And then that boy Anno came out the woodwork talking reckless. I'm okay, cool. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready. I ain't turning down no challenge.
Right.
And yeah, he brought somebody to me, man.
Were y'all kind of cool before the battle?
Yeah, we was cool.
Cause I would always see y'all at the Bar Fest kind of hanging out together and whatnot.
Yeah, we was cool, bro. We was always cool.
I thought it was like some kind of beef between y'all for
Nah,
the fest. There wasn't no kind of friction or nothing.
Nah, so I want to say most of that was marketing.
Yeah.
A little bit, like I ain't gonna lie, they was playing with my pen for a little bit, so
Yeah.
my ego got in the way a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, they was playing with my pen.
Yeah.
But besides that, it was all just about the show.
Okay.
At the end of the day, I got all love for Anno.
Right.
100%.
Right.
It's his poetry.
Yeah.
You feel me? This
yeah.
is
It was
poetry.
funny.
So.
Anna was supposed to be here today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
he called me last night and said he couldn't make it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that boy be everywhere though.
Oh,
That
yeah.
boy be everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But now he be putting me on to new stuff too. So I be learning game from everybody. So even if it might seem like it's tension, I'm learning. Everywhere I'm going. Like even if I might defend myself. It might seem like I might get like antsy a little bit. It's just because I'm still learning throughout everything. So so I'm grateful for all the experiences that I've had last year and going forward. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your process of writing? Like how do you get into your zone to start writing? You know what I'm saying?
Before it was all just like natural. Now I think I'm changing my writing style. I don't know why. It's a big change in it. It used to feel like it was so much easier like back then because like I wasn't looking at who I'm talking to. I was just writing. Now it seems like I'm trying to have more of a message, so I'm being way more intentional with each line. So my writing style is changing like a lot. So I'm still trying to understand that process now.
Yeah.
So I can't really explain it to you because it's all over the place right now. It's like, oh, I got an idea, let me write it down, and then I come back to it later and I have a whole 5, 6, 7 extra bars, and then I let it marinate.
Yeah.
Then come back to it. So it's just
yeah.
I'm finding my style right now. I'm finding my process.
Yeah, so you write with a beat or not? No beat right now.
Right now, I ain't gonna lie. When I went to Virginia a week ago, I was trying to get back on beat because I'm really trying to get back in my rapper bag for real. So I've been writing with a little bit of beat recently, but mainly I try to like write off a beat and then I try to find a beat that matches it or close to matches it, and I could just edit it and find those windows that need to make it sound great.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, my experience with writing, bro, what I've been doing lately, the last couple pieces I wrote, I start off writing something on paper, and I might get like a page or half a page done, and the rest of it just comes to me mentally. And I ain't got to write the rest down.
Oh, you freestyle the rest of it?
No, I don't freestyle it. I just keep it all in my mind. And I just add on to what I wrote, and I memorize the whole thing. So the second piece, it be all, it don't get on paper. It don't even touch the paper.
So you already be knowing.
It be in my mind already.
Yeah.
And I memorize it, and I have it.
That's
so
a dope
I'm almost coming to the point where I ain't got to write this shit no more. You feel me?
Hey, it sound like you freestyle man, for
but
real.
It's not freestyling because what I'm saying is I'm adding on to what I wrote in my mind, and I got it memorized as I'm adding on to it, and I don't write it down. I just keep it in my memory.
So like you have
a whole nother page of that piece, and then I go perform that thing.
Oh yeah, that's dope. That's a
You
dope
feel me?
skill because I can only do like 1, 2 extra lines. After
Right.
that, what I'm gonna say next?
Right.
The poem. Yeah, so that's a dope skill.
And I found
bro.
out kind of interesting. Like, why I ain't gotta write this shit no more? My memory getting that
dope.
good. You feel me? Look.
That's a dope skill for real.
Yeah. So what you looking to do in this year? Like this a whole new year. How you looking to take it up another notch as far as showing your craft and poetry and whatnot this year?
I actually been brainstorming on that a lot, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm definitely sticking with the Bars Fest route. I love slams, like them two. Like the competitor in me just won't let me stop that.
Right,
So
right.
you'll see me in a lot of slams this year, and at least one or two more Bars Fest for sure. I'm working on a way to be more active on social media. I've been trying to take like social media detoxes, so I don't really be on it too often.
Right.
But I have been trying to find ideas to implement my poetry and bring it on social media because that's the new wave, I guess. So I gotta find a way to make
Kinda
that
like
work.
on some marketing thing.
Yeah,
I use it for just marketing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on too. I'm working on my marketing game too. But I will have some shows posted up very soon. I have I have one in February and one possibly in April. But if you looking
Don't forget
for
about
me,
March. You got you
oh
coming.
yeah,
Look.
I do, and I just found out today I got one in March too. You feel me?
The
Yeah,
Artist Access
yeah.
Experience coming to y'all March 29th. Our first actual showcase. So y'all be looking for that promotion and marketing and get them tickets. You feel me? Come support the movement, the Artist Access movement.
Yeah, I'm blessed to be a part of that one too. So it look like I got a couple things coming up too. And yeah, as far as that, if you looking for more, if you got another Artist Access after that one, because I know we're gonna go crazy on March.
Right.
After that, I'll just be free.
We're gonna do it like quarterly, like every couple of months.
Okay.
We're gonna do another one and keep going. Yeah.
That sounds like a plan to me. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you say, baby?
Every 3 months. Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Yeah. So give me your five poets that you look up to out here in the city. It ain't gonna be out here. Just 5 poets that kind of inspire you, that you think that's dope in the game.
Good question.
Locally, or
You know what I'm saying?
so how can I break this down? Cause I ain't gonna lie, I'm inspired by a lot of Houston poets. It's a lot of dope. When I say a lot, I mean a lot of dope poets out here. Like, I'm not even gassing it. I've been a lot of other
killing
places,
it, bro.
but I'm telling you, it's a lot of dope poets. So this is a hard list, and I'm gonna keep it local just because I mess with a lot of poets out here. First, I gotta give it to J. Cole, but he a rapper, but he a poet too.
Right.
J. Cole, number one.
Yeah.
I wanna say Red Lion.
Okay.
I love the way he performs, and I love the way he writes.
Yeah.
And I love the fact he don't curse in none of his poems, which is dope.
Right.
for real.
Yeah.
I want to say UCJ.
Yeah.
Because I think I started a couple months after him, and I seen him blow up quick.
Yeah.
And his pen evolved very nicely. So
Yeah.
I want to say him. Let's see. I'm at 3, right? I got
You're
two
on
more.
3.
On 3.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, there's so many good poets out here. It's crazy.
You said J. Cole first, so yeah, you on.
Yeah. I got to give J. Cole number one. That boy experience. Hey, he had me feeling like I could rap. For real.
Yeah.
Locally, there's so many good poets. Let's say, I want to say, it inspired me personally. I gotta give it to Zach Blunt. Definitely coached me on a lot of things, helped me realize some of the stuff that I needed to work on. So I gotta give him that, and I love the way he write too. Lastly. Boy, I ain't trying to take too long on this question, but boy. You know what? I'm gonna give it to 7. The poet, even though he a staple in this. He a staple in this. I just love his hosting. I love how he brings. Even if you new to the stage, he gonna have that crowd ready for you to come up there. And the way he changed his accents when he get on that stage, with some of his
he become a whole character.
For real. Like, I'll be like, dang, bro, how can I tap into that? Tap into my heart like that to where you can see a whole different character besides Robb. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's dope. He really should have been like my number one locally, but it's just so many dope poets in my head.
Right.
I ain't wanna miss out on nobody.
I thought you was gonna say him first on the real.
Huh?
I thought you was gonna name him first. Really?
Yeah. No. He definitely. It's no order. You feel
order,
me?
right.
Just popped up in my head. Yeah. So them my 5 right there.
When I first moved out here, I kept hearing 7 the poet. And I had to go do my homework and Google him. I said, okay, I see why his name is ringing around out here like that. You feel me?
Yeah,
dude, he gets it in, huh?
Awesome host too. A very awesome host. Like for real.
That's what's up, man. So look, man, before we get up out of here, get the people your social media. Let them know where they can find you at and reach you at and everything like that.
Okay. I am Robb, the grand organized designer of my own destiny. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that's where I mainly be at. But I'm going to start messing with TikTok since it ain't banned no more, I guess. Shout out Trump, I guess. But we got Robb, ROBBTHEGODD. Rob, 2 D's, 2 B's. Follow me up there. I'll follow you back, and yeah, you will see some good art. Hopefully, I inspire you to be a poet of your own. You don't have to write to be a poet.
Right.
You a poet by going to work. You a poet by get on that field if you're a football player. You a poet by making any type of art of yours. So
Right.
hopefully I just inspire you to be a grand organizer designer
Oh
yourself.
yeah.
Cause I'm not the only grand organizer
Oh
designer out
yeah.
here. So yeah, blessings. Hopefully I see
Yeah.
y'all soon.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
So man, we're gonna take us a quick break, and when we come back, we got another dope, phenomenal artist in the buildings. Look, y'all stay tuned. This is the Artist Access, and your access has now been granted.
Dope.
Yeah.
Iconic Wear and Accessories just launched a new line of urban apparel. Stay up to date with our iconic fitted sweatpants featuring the iconic logos. These come in all solid colors and in all sizes. We even have young adult sizes for male and female alike. Check out our sweatsuits and cap 3-piece unit for $100. Stay energized and simply fly with our tees, caps, pants, halters, jumpsuits, jogging suits. There is truly something for everyone you love. Support a local Texas business and shop with iconic wear and accessories. Need a quick and affordable gift for your twin this Valentine's Day? Go to our DM and let us know your style. It's easy to order. Just go to Facebook, TikTok, or Instagram and DM us at Iconic Wear and Accessories. Be sure to visit Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Iconic Wear and Accessories. Shipping charges apply for out-of-state orders. Don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe to our social media for giveaways all year long. Thank you for your support. We look forward to you shopping with us soon.
I'm the Robbie. I'm proud of who I am. I was a child before I was a man, and who said growing up was a part of the plan? I mean, damn. Fuck you, alcohol. See, you been doing me so wrong for so long before I even took a sip of your shit. You was harming my life bit by bit. I remember when I was like 6, seeing this big, strong man lift my world in his hands. Ain't could nothing slip past him when it came to the fam. He had to flex biceps. I tried to squeeze with my hand, but they was sturdy like bricks. That's probably why his ass couldn't dance. But I ain't care, because I was still a fan like he was to the Texans. Took me to football practice to show me how to be a man, and maybe one day I'll be able to flex on him on Sunday night, prime time, ESPN, to show him how strong of a man I really can. But I slightly noticed how he would ask for this daddy milk that was in this can. Couldn't read what it said, so I believed what he said. But you know I had to take a sip to experiment, because shit, if he drunk it, I can. But I instantly regretted it, because it kind of tasted like some old-ass rubber bands. I was about 10 when I moved in with him, and my little brother too. And my mother do the vowing, and my little brother too. He was barely walking and crying. Life seemed so vibrant, clear skies, strong family ties, you know, the picture perfect smiles from the outside. But the inside, this big strong man sat with some low kind of sad eyes. But I ain't give a damn, because I was distracted by Spider-Man on the game fighting the villains. Couldn't beat him. Hey, Dad, could you try? He took a sip for confidence, grabbed the controller, whipped the vulture venom, and the minion villains with red eyes. Something that took me 5 tries he could do with one eye. But I failed to realize that he was half asleep. So that can laid on its side, it tilted, ended up spilling on the floor. I looked like a book to read the label, and it said Bud Light. But I ain't give a damn, because Green Goblin must die. A couple hours later, I hear yelling in a loud fight. Next thing you know, I'm walking past a 6-pack as I'm going to live with my mother on my blood side. I never knew why. I was about 1.5 when I seen my dad in Dallas. Shout out Dallas. Something he wasn't feeling. That gray and white gave him the blues, cowboy sickening. At least that's what I'm seeing. But perception, not reality, because this big strong man I once seen started leaning on some rapper shit, spitting nonsense as he was dreaming. I would hear it and be like, what's all this screaming? I'm curious. I walked to my pop's door to take a peek in and seen something my son would never seek. Incoming, increased vocals, and heavy breathing. Hey, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You can't get me. Please don't get me. Now, I'm confused, like, what am I supposed to do with a threat I don't see? But he see through his watery eyes. And all I see is a beer bottle that's always on his side. I instantly went in fight or flight mode, and boy, did I fly. Kind of felt like a coward because I cried, not knowing what's wrong with the man I reside. And he came out the room seeing me crying, knowing I see a whole different man in my eyes. I asked why. Why can't you put down alcohol to change our lives? And he looked inside and said, I tried. I said, try harder. If not, you gonna die. And as he said that, he rested his eyes. Time flies. I was about 17 when my dad died. A month before my birthday, in fact. 2 months before me and college interact. I was a little sad, so I acted out a little bit. Not too bad. Stayed on campus just to get cash to supply the gasoline and a half an ounce of grass that make everything green and a bottle of tequila. From Monday to Sunday was the same routine, blunt and flash, let my football dreams pass till my finger, toes, and soul was numb to make forced fake laughs, false confidence, and out of nowhere I get mad, I lash. Why? I don't know, let's ask. I walked to the room with the bath, looked at my reflection, and I see why they say I look just like my dad. Question is, how long am I gonna let this generational curse last? Poem.
Welcome back to the Artist Access. We are here again with another dope, phenomenal artist, and she's not new to this platform. She new at the new spot, but she had been on this show before, and she is back because this artist, I've seen her come into the poetry game and take off like a skyrocket, like boom, and she out of here right now. You know what I'm talking about? So we're glad to have none other than Gully Thoughts back on the platform. How you doing?
This is a nice setup.
New setup. You got the new haircut.
Yes, new shit.
Year, new set. Look,
New year.
Yeah.
You know.
There's nothing but that new stuff going on right now.
Always,
Yeah.
always. Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah. Look, I just want to give you flowers again because, like
Appreciate
I said, man, I've seen you.
As a baby.
You know what I'm talking about?
When
You
I
came in
first
the game.
started.
You came in the game. I saw you doing a lot of open mic stuff.
Yeah, I was stuttering on the mic.
And then you got in your bag, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You just constantly keep excelling, right?
Yeah. I think Houston, like, you know, you were talking about with Robb, Houston has excellent artists, man.
Yeah.
So I feel like when I came on the scene, I was wowed.
Mm.
I was shocked. I was just like, okay, they spitting for real. Like the ciphers, just them just getting up out their seat, talking their shit. Like,
Right.
it was a whole different world for me
Yeah.
when I first came in. And
Right.
I just, you know, was just watching. And I
Right.
observed and I took notes. And then
Right.
I just add my own sauce to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Now you were doing the music too in the beginning, right? Before you started doing poetry.
Yeah, well, I feel like since I was a kid, I always like making beats.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
my
yeah.
parents gave me a laptop when I was going to college, and they had this thing called GarageBand. And so I was just
Yeah,
playing around with
yeah.
it, and I always wrote poetry too. So I was
Right.
like, let's just put them together.
Right.
You know? And
Right.
everybody say I should do rap, but I'm a poet.
But
Through
now,
and
but
through.
you dropped a video, a music video,
Yeah.
like last year,
Two
at
of
the
them.
end of last year.
Yeah.
Hey, fire.
Thank
First of
you.
all, the video was fire.
Thank you.
Whoever did that for you, they know what the hell they doing.
Blue
You know
Visuals.
what I'm talking about?
Follow him at Blue
Yeah.
Visuals. BLEWVISUEUA. How you spell visuals? Y'all know. There you go. Visuals. Blue Visuals. Yeah, he did his thing.
Yeah. So those two songs, are
Yeah.
are you working on a project or
Oh,
something?
so I dropped a spoken word EP
You
too.
dropped-
Yeah,
okay,
it's on streaming
okay.
platforms. So
Yeah.
it's called Heal Boss Up Repeat, the same as my book. Kept keeping the brand the same.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many tracks you got on there?
So it's 5.
5 tracks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 4 of them have instrumentals, and the last one is acapella.
Acapella.
Yeah.
Straight poetry.
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
poetry.
See what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, we are artists at
Oh,
the end
yeah.
of the day. You know,
Oh,
we could
yeah.
poets, rappers, whatever. We're artists. We
Yeah.
make art, and I feel like we can do it on stages. That's amazing. But there's people that not here that need to
Right.
hear our shit, and
Right.
so social media and streaming is where it's at right now.
Right.
So I say everybody that does art put out a visual
Oh yeah.
because it's your brand, it's
Right.
you. So
Right.
when they can see you doing your art, they can fall in love with your poetry and fall in love with you at the same time. So.
Right. Now, if you're doing no more videos, though, we got main frames in the building.
Look,
right?
I see.
Yeah,
I can
main
just see
frame.
myself walking down this
Main
red
frame.
carpet right here.
My
So
man, he got his own company,
yes.
and he does videos, photo
Okay.
shoots, all of that good stuff.
What's
He-
his name?
He fire with it too.
Mainframes. All right,
Mainframe.
y'all gonna follow him too, because
Yeah,
I am.
yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah,
Now
that's
that
nice.
video I saw with the I think you had somebody playing your younger self. Or
Yeah,
something?
that's my niece.
That's
yeah,
your niece?
yeah.
Who came up with the concept for that? Right? That
Yeah,
was you.
me.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey,
So
yeah,
the director, that's actually the videographer's wife. She did amazing. She was just giving me so many ideas, and we were so aligned. But I had asked my niece 2 years before that, but she was still shy. She was
Okay.
still in her like, I don't want to be in front of the camera. But now she could be on,
Right.
in front of the camera doing TikToks with her friends. So she was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So I gave her the script, and I gave her my poem, and she
Right.
just listened to it over and over, and she
Right.
got my cadence down and everything. She was a little Gully, so I was really proud of her. She's only
She
11.
was a natural.
Yeah,
She
she's
a
only
natural.
11, so
Yeah.
it was just dope because I really wanted to show the whole poem. It sounds like I'm talking to God, and I'm like telling him like, "Dang, can you hear me? Like I'm going through a lot. I don't want to be here. I want to commit suicide. This world not meant for me." And I wanted the visual to show that I was talking to my inner child, because I think a lot of times we blame God for a lot,
Right.
but it's because we're not listening to ourselves.
Right.
We're not listening to that
Ooh-wee.
voice inside us.
Ooh-wee.
So that video just kind of, shows that conversation. So we
Right.
both talking to the mirror. She talking to me. I'm talking to her, and she's just giving me affirmations. And
Right.
so I actually watch it a lot when I'm down
Right.
to remind myself like the little key is proud of me.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? I'm who I wanted that little key to be. So
Right.
yeah, I'm glad she looks like me. So it aligns.
And I love how you tell your messages and stories through your personal experience.
Yeah.
For the main reason you want to teach and help people go through the same thing that you might have went through,
Yeah.
and you telling your story to help them get through that. So I love that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Because we all hurting, man.
Oh yeah.
We all hurting. We can act
Right.
like, oh, I got it out the mud myself. But no, you didn't.
Right.
No, you didn't. People helped you. Somebody
Right,
helped you, whether it's
right.
a higher power or your community. Like, you didn't do that by yourself. So I feel like we all here for each other.
Right.
We all here for community. And the best way for community is to share your art.
Right.
And, I've been through a lot. And I feel like poetry is the best way to relate to
Right.
people and to show your hurt. Because
Right.
when rappers do it, they get seen as weak.
Right.
Or when singers do it, it can kind of be like, okay, dang, you got any happy music? But
Right.
when poets do it, it's like, oh, that's what us poets do.
Right.
We talk about our pain,
Right.
.
And that was inspiration for you for your 3 books, right? You wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
What do you think you got that from to even want to know how to share your experiences to help others go through that? Did you just it was natural for you, or did you hear somebody give you that idea?
I think my grandma, she was a amazing role model for me, and she was pretty much a pillar in every community she was in, whether that's work, career, family. Like she was a true matriarch, And I just watched her live, and she always was about helping other people. She was never about herself, no matter how much money she had, no matter how much she promoted herself in her career. Like she was never egotistical. She was always very humble. So I just watched how she lived, and I was like, dang, like we could have everything we want. I've had money, I've had cars, I've had houses, you know what I mean? I worked in corporate America, I was very successful in that, and I wasn't happy, and I just felt like I was just worried about myself. I was just worried about how high can I get, how high on the ladder can I get, how big can I get, And, I had to hit a mental breakdown for me to even see myself and say, it's not about you, bro. You was not put here for you. It's a bigger story, and, looking at my grandma's life, I'm like, yeah, that's true living.
Right.
When people at your funeral, it's a long line of people.
Right.
That's how it really was. It was a long line of people at her funeral talking about how amazing she was
Right.
and what she did for them. And that's how you want to go out.
Right.
People like, dang, like she made an impact for real. She might not be in history books at the kids, but she in my history book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing because
Yeah.
that's why we go through what we go through.
Absolutely.
It's like even we going through it and we getting our lesson out of it, but the bigger picture in that is for you to help other people
Yeah.
that might be going through that thing by telling your story
Yeah.
and how you overcame that thing too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't do that. Some people keep it all to themselves and whatnot. But when you know how to understand that,
Yeah.
by sharing that to help others, man, God go to open all kind of doors for you. You feel me?
I'm telling you, don't be me. Like, opportunities just come out of nowhere, and I know that's God. 'Cause it has nothing to do with me because just understand, when you walk into a room, you don't know who's in that room. I don't know what these people do behind, what I'm seeing right now. They could have connections out of this world. So when you step in that room and you help somebody or you just give your life to somebody, they're going to remember that.
Right.
And they're going to be like, tell your name in another room, and then that person going to tell your name in another room. And now people know you. You don't even know they know you yet. And they call you like, hey, I heard about you. And you're like, how?
Right.
Right. And now you booked. You know what I'm saying? Now you on a project with something. You don't even know these people.
Right.
Because they heard about your light. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my books, my album, my visuals, whatever it is, it's just to inspire,
Now, I know you got number 4 coming out. know you got another book coming out.
I actually do. I'm
I
actually
already
writing
know.
on something. I'm actually
Yeah.
writing on something now. I'm really hoping to release it soon. It's actually a murder romance mystery.
Okay.
So I'm
Okay.
stepping away. It has
Okay.
poetry in it, but it's
Yeah.
actually a novel. So
See, you
yeah,
write
I'm-
so much
I'm
that
stepping out of my comfort zone.
you ever thought about writing? And see, you good with the visuals.
Yeah.
You're a great writer.
Yeah.
You ever thought about writing some real visuals, like on some little skits or a
Like
little short
short film?
film, something
I never
like that?
thought about that.
Man, you better what?
I never thought about that.
Hey.
That seemed like a big project. Like
Hey, I think you'll be
with
great
the right
at
team,
that. I think
if
you'll
I
be great.
if I met the right people, it's all about collaboration, right? If I met the right people already
Yeah.
doing that,
Yeah.
and then they could like teach me. But
Right.
yeah, I've never thought about that.
It's the same thing what you're already doing. I'm telling you.
I'll look into it.
Gully Films coming.
Okay, Gully Production. I'm here for it. I'm open.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing about life, to be open.
Yeah.
Because I used to say never, never, never. I said I would never perform on stage. Believe it or not. I said I would never do that.
Right.
You know, I always did it for my family. Like you
Right.
said you did at your family functions. I did
Right.
at the family reunions
Right.
and stuff.
Right.
And they always get on stage. I was like, no,
Ah,
what?
But that prepared you.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm thankful for my family. They really
Yeah.
pushed me, and they was like, "No, people need to hear you."
Mhm.
And I was scared. You know, I was very insecure about my trauma and like what I went through. But I was like, I need to talk about it.
Right.
You know, and then once I talked about it, I felt free. So I was
Right.
like, well, it's healing me. Shit, it might heal somebody.
Right.
So yeah.
Now, I
Never say
remember
never.
seeing you. I
Never
remember
say
seeing
never.
you do a play
Oh yeah.
at the
At the improv.
improv.
Yeah, that was fun.
Was that your first play?
That was my first play.
And was that the last play?
That was my last play.
When you gonna get back on stage and get back in your theater
Man,
bag?
I
huh?
was gonna be in a play, but I had some health issues. You know, I have Crohn's disease, so I'd be
Mm-hmm.
battling that sometimes. But yeah, I'm hoping the opportunity to come back around.
Yeah.
because that was fun.
I'm
I've
telling
never been
you.
anything like that.
Right,
I can
right.
see, you know, Broadway and poetry,
Right.
theater and poetry. I feel like Houston is so big.
Yeah.
The arts world is so big, man. We can make some shit happen if we stop competing and collabing.
Mhm.
The scene could blow up
Right.
in a different way.
Right.
Cause yeah, I would love to get back into a play. So if you have something,
I do.
Let me
I
know.
do. I got short films and plays on.
I never thought about acting, but you know, you never know.
I'm gonna get with you because I got a film called Wheels of Light,
Okay.
and I got people actually personifying the chakras.
Oh.
So I need 7 people to play these chakras.
Okay.
I might have to put you on one of them chakras. You know what I'm talking
Honestly,
about?
I think I want to be the heart chakra.
The heart chakra.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm working on my heart chakra.
Yeah. We're gonna talk
That's
about
what's
that.
up.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an amazing visual.
And mainframe gonna film that for me. We're gonna get that
Okay.
thing done. You to film
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Okay, so you still rocking with your portrait team, your portrait family?
Who?
You're not rocking with. I thought you was rocking with Cali them. What is it called?
Oh, Portrait Die? I mean,
Portrait Die.
I'm not signed to
You're not
anybody.
officially-
Yeah. I'm not signed to anybody. But for me,
Right.
honestly, with the poetry groups or the poetry families, you know, I go where my light is respected.
Right. Well, you honor that, not
You know what I'm
tolerated,
saying?
but yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Because I feel like I've been a part of a lot of, I guess you could say, poetry families. You know what I
Right,
mean? I
right.
started with soul poetry, and then I started rocking with
Right,
Poetry or Die,
right.
and then I'm on the Juan poetry stage a lot.
Right.
I don't see no need to have the competition. You know, I don't see the need
right.
to be like, oh, this is my people, this is my baby. Who got the check? Who
Ah,
got the bag?
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Who got the respect? Like
Right.
that's really what I'm about.
Right.
So
You know what? When I came out here, let me tell you something. So when I moved out here to Texas, and from watching poetry in like movies and just that, you know what I'm saying, I thought poetry was all kumbaya, all love, all
too.
peace and happiness.
me too. I thought we was just
And man,
smacking
I
it
got
up.
out here to Texas, and I found out that
Baby, it's beef.
it's a lot of click clacking beef. This is worse than
Baby.
worse than the rap. You hear me?
Yeah,
I'm
it
telling you,
is.
and it blew my mind. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
I learned
yeah.
I learned my lesson after Bars Fest. I did. I learned my lesson after Bars Fest. You know, I came in bright eyed, bushy tailed, you know, competitive.
Right.
Yeah, I learned real quick.
Yeah.
You know, people don't take certain things very easily. So,
Right.
you know, I understand my personality is really forward.
Right.
You know, I'm really blunt sometimes.
Right.
And I thought as poets, since we're expressive,
Right.
that would be a safe space. It's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But I'm going
right,
to say
right.
what I want to say when I want to
Oh
say
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know?
To me,
But-
it's a lot of ego. People got a whole
It
lot of
is.
ego in this game.
It is.
You know?
I mean, because I felt it though. When I first started, when people clapping for you and people Gully, every time you're on stage and you getting booked, and you know people flying you out and
Right.
you going to different states, you
Right.
start feeling that shit.
Yeah.
Like we're
Yeah.
human.
Yeah.
We like the validation.
Right.
We love that.
Right.
But it gets to the point where it's just like, okay, so why did I start doing this?
Right.
Did I start it for the claps? Did I start it for the snaps? Did I
Right.
start it for that?
Right.
Or did I
Right.
do it because it really did like heal me?
Right.
This was an
right,
escape
right,
for me. This
right,
was freedom
right,
for
right,
me.
right.
So I had to, honestly, I had to put myself in check.
Right.
Because I fell into that. I fell
Right,
into that
right.
egotistical shit. I did.
Right, right.
I could be honest about that. I did. And I stepped away, and, you know, God put me on my ass for real with my health issues. And I had to really, like, look at myself. Like, without the poetry, how do you feel about yourself?
Yeah.
Without the gully thoughts, who are you?
Yeah. Hey, boy, God got an excellent way of getting our attention. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
For real.
You know? If you don't
Yeah.
sit down, you will get sat down.
Oh, man.
You know?
For real, man. And so, like, when I came out here, man, why I do poetry because I be knowing everybody got a gift. Everybody got something, right?
Yeah.
And so I found a lot of people, I noticed a lot of people in the crowd, they want to be up there doing it, right? But they're still battling with the fears and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
So I personally, I do what I do. I'm giving these people in the audience that energy to conquer through their fears.
Absolutely.
And come show us what you got too.
Absolutely.
Tell us your story, you know?
Yeah. I feel like your vulnerability helps others be vulnerable.
Yeah.
So you getting up there being brave, it's
Yeah.
like you could do it too, bro.
Right.
You could be brave too.
Right.
You know?
Right.
But I remember the first time I saw you, I was like, who is that?
Mm-hmm.
Who is that? He is so talented.
Right.
Because I just feel like you have a different confidence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think
Right.
a lot of, I don't want to, say all black men, but it's just like sometimes that toxic masculinity. You know what I mean? But you were always so open and so welcome and so genuine. And that's rare to see. So
Yeah, I
you are
appreciate you
definitely an
recognizing that.
inspiration
Yeah.
in this community because it was a lot of competition when I first came in. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know who to trust.
Right.
I don't know who to talk to. I
Right.
don't know who to kick it with. Like, and so I just stay to myself.
Right.
And if you want to book me, you can go to my site. But, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Nah,
Other
the
than
people
that,
that's for you, they're gonna find you. You're gonna find them.
so when you
know?
hear me, I'm just absolutely. I'm always gonna pull up for you.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And she ain't lying. Every time I ask her, she be like, "Look, I'm here. I'm there.
I'm
when
here.
we doing
What's
it?
the
Look."
addy? For
That's
sure.
what I'm talking about. So, are you ready to perform for us today?
I am.
You got 2 pieces for us today?
Oh, two. Okay.
We doing
Sure.
2. You know we doing 2. We
Let's
doing
go.
2. We doing
Run it.
2. Yeah.
Let's run it.
So we're gonna take us a quick break. Before we
Okay.
go though, let the people know where they can find them
Okay.
books at, your social medias,
so
all that
you
stuff.
can find everything at gullythoughts.com. That's GULLY thoughts.com. You go to my Instagram, my TikTok, my Facebook is Gully Thoughts. Same. Across the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Gully Thoughts, y'all. So look, we're gonna take us a quick break. When we come back, we get to see the artist perform. So y'all stay tuned. This is the Artist Access, and your access has now been granted.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, poetry over beats. Yeah, it's New Jerusalem. Yeah, let's go. Look, your third eye's wide shut. You heard I rise up. Yeah. First to fly past the sky, touch the ring around Saturn. That's the reason why I'm rapping. Thoughts I seek and I would action. The heart is the key to be free and balance. Travel the stars with many mansions. From the start we need a challenge. Go to war with your inner demons and you can manage your talents. See how far we from Atlantis, end up right back in the future. Talk my fast, sometimes I lose you. Lights so bright as usual. When I write my light of move, you got you right back to your studio.
Can you hear me or no? Are my words just ricocheting off the walls and bouncing back to me? My own words are smacking me, God. Did you clock out as soon as I got on my knees to speak to you, God? Are you turning your back on me, God? Are you near me, God? Can you hear me? God replies, yes, Queen. I can. I am. I speak life to you every day. You're just too busy putting that knife against your neck, wishing the days could float away. Why do you want to die, my queen? I reply, God, this world was not meant for me. What do you see in me? I've locked away so many feels, dropped so many hearts, popped so many pills, blocked so many deals because of my anxiety. So why me? God replies, drown those thoughts out, my queen. Come to the surface, get that water out of your ears, and listen to me. You are special. No matter what you've done in your past, your heart still glistens to me. You are a creative vessel. You are meant to be bigger than the small fish you have right now. Our vow to always guide you down the right path. Do you not trust the vision that I've planted inside you now? The pride you carry is keeping you from seeing what I've branded inside you now. I brought your family back together and gave you the support system that you begged for. You don't even have to play the hand that was dealt to you anymore. I gave you the whole deck. I've hugged you and patched you up every time you put that knife against your neck and your neck bled. I've woken you up from your deathbed. I've helped you manifest your dreams that your inner critic said would never happen, but they all happen. I've never ignored you. You just been too fastened to the seat of fear, and I'm not even gonna put that belt on you. I'm gonna just keep you safe by holding you near. But why do you keep pushing away the light? Are you scared of the light? Are you scared of what you'll accomplish once you step out of the night and into your freedom? Are you scared to be free? I reply, maybe. When you've been in bondage for so long, what does free even look like for me? The stormy weather sometimes don't bring the rainbow. You tell me I'm strong, but God, sometimes I don't feel the same, though God doesn't speak. She just wraps her arms around me. She puts me on her back and we soar to the moon. She hands me a star and says, Gully, this is you. You are a giant ball of light. You were just blinded by your own darkness. Open your eyes, my queen. This is you. You are a healer. You are a leader. You are a transformation dealer. You are supposed to be here. I finally wake up from my dream with a pillow full of drool and a pillow full of tears. Okay, so God do got ears. It's clear that the inner compass inside me always leads me to places that I need to be. But sometimes I get distracted and there's street signs that I refuse to see. But now I turn my anxious music down and I focus on where I'm trying to go and where I'm trying to be. So I typed in my purpose. I finally listened to my soul's GPS that says I have arrived at my destination. So why am I nervous? I finally drowned out all those doubts and came to the surface. God is on my side, B. I'm walking side by side with the divine, making holy strides. God is not just beside me. God is inside me. I am God and God is me. It wasn't that God wasn't listening. God always been listening. It was that I wasn't listening to me. Ain't that some shit?
The main weapon against a Negro is a Negro. No more heroes. Just screaming hobos looking like zombies on the other side of the road. While the unconscious rappers influence jury. But no gold to hold, no farmland to grow our own, but swear they kings with the pen, with all the dope they sold. In an aggressive but impressive tone, to have our houses turned far from a home. I wish there was a Spider-Man to swing on all you reptilian hoes dressed in Gucci designer male clothes on the web, phones. Tell these kids to stick to a code, they leave their case cold. But be flexing with the Smith & Wessons to leave they ops froze. Now they miles away from home, cause they case closed. Stuck in a cage, all alone, wishing they was Luke to break through that prison stone. But he can't, so he tried to call up Peter. But that nigga don't have the spidey senses to answer a nigga phone. He just wonder why his woman can't find clothes to put on her son, but got a half an ounce of Mary Jane in the backwood to roll a blunt. Oh, them food stamps hit different when you got them purple runts. Oh, she about to munch. Then pose like Ice Spice on IG, hashtag ass look nice. IG post so sticky, it catch the next broke, it'll be her next munch for lunch. With a side of tea, like her body be. Ironically, the broke ain't seen his kids in about a week. He 23. Two baby tea ladies blocked in pursuit to make Mrs. Munch number 3, cause his pull-up game strong, but pull-out game weak. A few weeks go by, her dot was missing that ink. Now he looking at the Doctor Strange, cause he tell him they 6 weeks deep. 9 months later, baby crawling out of belly. Now 3 times in one night you hear weep, while one just trying to eat, one just trying to sleep, and one can't catch a break cause his money he can't keep, cause that child support on him like venom. And them bell bottoms didn't come with a ring. Ding, he had an idea to be a vulture. He grabbed some Red Bull to grow some wings. He tell Miss Munch, you should've closed your cat, woman, cause I ain't coming back. Now it's another kid without a hero or a father to lead them through these streets, and the cycle repeats, like with a radio playing songs filled with bitches. Shaking ass for cash, fuck your baby dad, niggas killing with switches. And your typical dope dealing to make it look appealing, these villains are poisoning our people. A poison so lethal you can serve it with a teaspoon and a needle in a haystack. Our day stack with words we hear on and on. We addicted. The beat crack our black when she break her back. He watch it go up, down, front and back. They under a spell, but they can't tell, cause all they want to do is have fun and dance for real. Distract themselves from this adult lifestyle. But hey, at least he not in jail. But I guess our reality's on lock. But perception is the key. So you can see what you want to see, but ain't enough heroes where I be. But the real question is, family, when we gonna save our community? Poem.
Man, y'all. Minor could have run on me today. Talking about, so you think you somebody now, huh? Duh. I been that bitch. But then it's like a flick of the switch, and the light that brought that confidence goes into the ditch, and the darkness of my fear swallows me. And now I'm stuck in the pits of my demons and intestines. My grandma said have faith even in tests and in trials, but I can't even digest this talent that these people keep telling me about. This self-doubt, these insecurities are clogging up my arteries. Can somebody please throw me a tongue? So I can finally move with confidence and finally feel like I'm the shit. And then it's like a flick of the switch. And I remember that there is magic in my DNA. And God was like, look at the flick of the witch. And made me with a magical touch, I imagine. So why do I keep saying, but I don't feel strong enough. Now God has to knock me upside my head. And he actually does break a leg and crick that fearful crutch from under me and puts me on my knees and knocks me off my high horse and then puts me on a higher throne. Because my home is no longer the home that I'm living in. I'm slithering in the hands of the potter that has molded me into an invisible creature. I gotta admit, my light switch had a glitch, my light switch had a glitch, my light switch had a glitch. Something was wrong with its features. But I didn't forget to pay the light bill to the home of my confidence, y'all. I'm even shoppingless. I don't have to hide behind the mask of these clothes, because now I'm clothed with reassurance. I affirm myself, even in my mistakes and in my sloppiness. You can go to gullythoughts.com and you can shop till you drop and cop this drip, but you can't copy it. You might try to, and you'll highlight my light and press copy paste, but the font might be different because I'm a little bit more bold. Go ahead and underline my soul because I stand out with no handouts, and I'm looking out in the stands at my fans with their hands out, about to snap, about to clap, about to wrap their arms around me with their validation, but I have to validate me first. So I killed that inner critic and I put him in the hearse. So let's go back to that second verse. I don't just think I'm somebody. I know I'm somebody. And as soon as I step to this mic, y'all knew too. Gully.
In the beginning was a spoken word, and the word was with God, and the word was God, and then that word became flesh, and so I guess that makes me poetry in motion, miraculously moving, metaphysically, mathematically, making musical memories, marrying mind and matter, meaning infinitely one. See, I'm mastering my mind because I constantly acknowledge that divine mastering mind. That divine feminine that gave birth to my divine masculine. From the holiest of holies is where you'll find the grand architect of this grand design. You see, sometimes the signs are sublime, but if you read in between the lines, you'll find the creatress of the greatest masterpiece of all times. And I am honored to play my part in this beautiful creation of art, and how ironic we find that word art in the middle of the word heart, because that's where all forms of creative expressions are born, including this poem, God is a Poet. And it's so amazing the way that God writes words on invisible pages that manifest as dreams. The way God created my body, the heavens and the earth with hands that are unseen. I mean, on the same stream of life that my light has its being, God lives, moves, and has its being. From the unseen to everything that is seen, it's all a perfect expression of God's poetical rhyme scheme, which truly means that when I'm looking at you all, I'm looking at God. Because we were all made in the image and likeness of, and furthermore, God is, therefore I am, and that's how I know for sure that God is a poet. It's simple. It's because I am. And as above, so below. And as within, as without. So without a doubt, the kingdom has come. And the enter is to realize that we are the kings and queens that have come, and we can no longer remain blind, deaf, and dumb to the knowledge of our higher self. I'm talking about the knowledge of our true self. I'm talking about that whole, complete, and perfect self. I'm talking about that powerful, harmonious, rich, and royal self of which we ought to be, or become, which is really a journey of being as we were in the very beginning, children of the Most High, remembering that there is only one